Unknown and unnamed, traveling more than 1,000 miles, 3 men have been called blessed by history because they sought an idea whose time had come. Their wisdom lay in their ability to find God in the commonplace, to find Christ in a humble manger, and to give with no thought of return. Like the psalmist, they had lifted up their eyes and beheld the action of God. Leaving the comfort and security of their homes, they followed a need within themselves. They sought and found the historic Christ, and in doing so, they found the Christ of their own being. Herod could not fool the wise men. They knew that not in Jerusalem, with its material wealth, power, and success, would they find their answers. So they pressed on to the tiny village of Bethlehem. Here they went to the stable back of the crowded inn and beheld the first stage of a new age founded on love and truth. As they gazed upon the babe, they saw in him God incarnated as humanity. They saw the revelation to the human family of the incarnation of God in every human. To this untitled and unknown child, they knelt and they gave their gifts, realizing they were kneeling before the Christ of all men. Yea, they were kneeling before their own spiritual selves. Their star of truth had not failed them. Their inner guidance had rewarded them. They had found Christ in man. And having found this divine idea incarnated, they could now return by another way to their own country, transformed by the renewing of their minds. Each December, we seek to recreate the beauty in the blessed season. Its symbols give us joy, and its holiday spirit gives us inspiration. But the very word holiday means holy day, and we who are seeking to live rightly and lovingly find it a time to recapture the inner vision of the Christ-like human that indwells us all. Through the busy year, we have often been like Herod, believing that material power and possessions are alone our security. And like Herod, we have sought to kill the spiritual impulses within us. We've slain our firstborn ideas that would have made us greater and kinder people, and we've rested in the comforts of our material security and allowed other men to become wise as they sought the truth of themselves. Our minds have been like the inn at Bethlehem, filled to overflowing with intellectual convictions until there has been no room for the thoughts of healing and of peace. We have been so busy with the affairs of this world that we have failed to perceive that at the back door of our minds, the Christ consciousness is waiting for us to behold it as it really is. We have feasted on our own wisdom of things, but we have not satisfied our inner hunger for the kingdom of good. But always the essence of Christ's child waits within us. Whenever we wish to turn within and visit our own true selves, the Christ awaits us with eternal patience. This inner hunger for righteousness persists. It gnaws at our hearts and troubles our consciousness. We know intuitively that there are inner gifts that must be made, and we shall not find peace until we have released these unto the Christ within. Gold, frankincense, and myrrh would be easy to give, for they can be purchased of men, but the pure consciousness of our indwelling God cannot receive these. Integrity, love, and right thinking are the only gifts acceptable to the Christ. These are the nourishment needed by the inner self in order to increase its area of activity in our lives. So, at this holiday season, we should turn within and be like those wise men and do this real giving of ourselves, which is not easy, but which guarantees so much that's true and good. Once this inner experience of true prayer and baptism has taken place, we join with the other wise men and go home by another way. The old path has lost its value, and it now appears as the hard way because it is the false way. We cannot go back to Herod, to our former concepts of material values, but with a renewed mind and an expanded heart, we return to the business of living by the new pathway of the soul, beholding God incarnated within ourselves. Never again will the old road of self-seeking ensnare us. We've been born again, and this time we see the infinite presence and know it from a center within. So let us join with those unnamed men who found the indwelling God. The star of Bethlehem is high in the consciousness of each of us. It bids us follow the inner pathway through the wilderness of wrong beliefs to that simple, quiet place within where Christ's consciousness awaits us. Here alone is wisdom, for here the infinite mind thinks and the infinite love heals. We shall join hands this holy day with the wise men of old and follow the star of our own Christ selves. This holy season that we have talked about is common to all humanity, to all faiths, to all people. So at this time of year, let us all embrace the truth of our own spirituality and recognize the truth in everyone else. This is the pathway to peace, harmony, and a world that works for everyone. So blessed holidays. Please know that you are loved. And this wonderful message was written by Dr. Raymond Charles Barker and published in the Science of Mind magazine in December 1948. Some things never change. Happy holidays.